I discovered my roommate was contacting convicted serial killers after our apartment was broken into by someone who knew exactly where we slept. 3 years ago, I moved in with Dory after answering her Craigslist, and she seemed perfectly clean, employed at a marketing firm, and obsessed with the same athletic shows as me. We became fast friends and even started a podcast together, reviewing true crime Nigeria. It was just a hobby, averaging maybe 200 listeners per episode. Mia was always more invested than me, while I found the psychological aspects fascinating. She collected books on infamous murderers, had a color-coded thought of cases, and spent hours on tidy threads analyzing evidence. I thought it was just an intense interest. I was wrong. Last spring, I came home early from a weekend trip to find our apartment door unlocked. Inside drawers were open, but nothing valuable was missing gone. Not my laptop, not our bitching. The only things disturbed were our bedrooms. Both mattresses had been flipped, and someone had gone through our underwear drawers. When police arrived, they asked routine questions about enemies or jealous exes. As they were leaving, one officer said something that made my blood freeze. The weird thing is, whoever did this knew exactly which bedrooms were yours without checking the others. That night, Ayava seemed more fascinated than scared. While I was looking up security systems, she was theorizing about the break. Like it was one of our podcast cases. When she went to shower, a notification popped up on her iPad that she'd left on the couch. It was an email with the subject line, "Read your latest letter to prisoner number 4582-19. I know I shouldn't have, but I opened it. It was from a prison email system. The message simply read, 10 PAL requests denied for inmates on restricted communication. Your previous letters have been confiscated. Further contact attempts will be reported." Below was a thread. Shoin Jabe had been writing to Thomas Reed, a serial killer who had murdered 3 women in their apartments after stomping them on wine. My hands shaking, I searched her email. She'd been corresponding with 5 different imprisoned killers for our podcast research, sending them personal detail about our lives, including photos of our apartment layout for context on where we recorded. When confronted, Daya broke down. She admitted she'd been sharing our address, claiming these men were misunderstood and could offer insider perspectives for our show. She genuinely couldn't understand why I was upset. I moved out that night. 2 weeks later, police arrested a man breaking into another apartment in our building. He had a notebook with our names, work schedules, and a crude map of our bedroom locations. He was the brother of one of Jaya's pen pals, who had been forwarding her letters to him. Mia still doesn't think she did anything wrong. Last week, she started a new true crime podcast of mine, this time about her own brush with danger when her apartment was mysteriously looted. She never mentions that she was the one who painted the target.